All right, so this next video is about paying your suppliers and just paying your bills. Now, don't think this is just a self-explanatory, like I know I have to pay my bills and pay suppliers. Yes, but I'm going to tell you some ways why you need to do this, and then again, why it's important that you pay your suppliers on time and pay your bills on time for credit in the future, because in the next video, we're going to be talking about credit cards and line of credit. Okay, so when it comes to paying your bills, it's important to understand low overhead, your cash flow and cash going out when you're having to go out and pay. So you always want to make sure that you got money in the bank to be able to pay your bills in the first place. But paying your suppliers is going to be a massive, massive important thing when it comes to your business, because when you pay your suppliers on time, you can start building out lines of credit for your business with them. And I know I talked about this earlier in some of the other videos about being able to build out a 30, 60, 90-day line of credit. And I'm going to talk about lines of credit again on the next video. But I do want you to understand that it is vitally important to make sure you're paying your suppliers on time. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have multiple projects going at once. Even if you're doing larger projects like what we do, it's very common for us to have multiple large projects going on at once. And if you're not paying your bills, all of a sudden, if you're using one supplier for all this and you don't pay your bill, they can halt the supply for your other jobs until you start paying them. And that can be a huge deal for your company. And again, as you grow, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble by overextending yourself and not paying your bills. Because if you stop getting your materials delivered and you can't find anybody else to deliver them and you stop getting paid, all of a sudden all that cash that you have can go to zero and you can go bankrupt. Okay, so I'm not here to scare you about paying your bills or anything like that. I just want you to understand with paying your suppliers how big of a deal it's going to be. Paying your suppliers is probably going to be one of the most important people that you have to pay. There are some people you can put off in terms of paying out some of your bills, but your supplier is not one of them. You have to pay your supplier on time, particularly when you're first getting started. Because when you're doing cash on delivery at first, if you can pay and then they're like, okay, finally, we're going to get you to the 30-day, and they're going to allow you to get to a 30-day line of credit, and you start paying every time before your 30 days, then you can start building out that 60, 90-day line of credit, and that's going to help out a lot as you do bigger projects. It's important with your line of credit, okay? But paying your supplier is just got to be I would say, probably the top of your priority list on people you pay outside of your employees if you get to that point. But paying your bills in general, guys, it's something that you need to stay on top of. And just like I've told you in the past, that if you have success, people are going to try to start coming after your money. And so you have to be, you have to fall like a hawk. You have to be checking your credit card statements. You have to be checking your bank account, making sure nobody's overcharging you for your bills. And if they are, you have to stop it, okay? If you have success, people will start trying to take money from you, okay? That's just part of it. And as a business owner, it's frustrating from time to time because nobody knows how hard you work other than you and other business owners, particularly small business owners. We know how much work we put in. So when it comes to paying your bills, just be very, very careful on exactly how much you're paying out, and I'm talking about follow your checking and your credit card statements like a hawk. Make sure no one's overcharging you. If they are, and it's a great deal of money and it's something you can't get back or they won't rectify their mistake, get a lawyer involved. Do not take crap from people and allow them to overbill you, because they will do it. And you're listening here first. We've had lots of problems with people just sending phantom invoices or wanting us to pay for stuff that we shouldn't be having to pay for. It's going to happen to you, okay? So the faster you stay on top of these problems and don't wait, the faster that you're going to be able to get over them, okay? You have to kind of be a jerk about your money. I'm just going to say it like that. Do not let anyone take advantage of you.